Du birst die Bluse beim Geschmuse, es reißt die Naht beim Spagat. Immer wieder zwickt das Mieder, da haben wir den Salat. Zu lang die Hose, aus Viskose, zum Geschmeide passt die Seide nicht mehr. Zu eng die Beine, an der Leine, alles passt nur ungefähr. Du brauchst nicht zu verzweifeln, Knopf hoch, mein Freund. Denn dieser wunderbare Nähsalon, der hat von früh bis spät Saison. Da kannst du nette Damen sehen, die zusammenstehen und was zusammennähen. In diesem wunderbaren Nähsalon, da helfen dir die Damen schon. Sie führen den Faden ungefähr durchs Nadelöhr und bitte sehr, in diesem wunderbaren Nähsalon, da braucht man keinen Fachjargon. Ich kann mich kaum im Sauber halten beim Wohlgestalten meiner Bügelfalten.
While many women lead vastly improved lives from earlier generations, for others there's been less of a change. Their world is one of part-time work, low pay, and quite often social isolation. In this film, we take a look at an award-winning social inclusion project for immigrant women living in Wiesbaden, Germany.
I like sewing and I enjoyed sewing, so I thought maybe some other people do as well, even though it's an old-fashioned hobby. But who could actually be interested in doing it? And I thought maybe people from all different countries, because I live here in a place where it is international, but hardly do these people talk together. So get them together and work and get these different cultures working together, talk to each other, because as long as they talk to each other, they don't talk about each other. And so this is why the culture part came in, and Atelier Culture means cultures working together. Right in the center of Europe you find women who live in the Middle Ages, and you find women who govern a country, and it's all possible, all in between, as long as you get the chance and as long as you are willing to take the chance.
So Anke Trischler, that was you we saw in that project, in that film, in Wiesbaden. You now work as a self-employed consultant. Why are you now taking that risk?
The Atelier Culture project was a very interesting project because is still a very interesting project, now more or less really a working company. So many different countries come together and nationalities come together. So this is really a hands-on way of making people work and talk together and reduce the stereotype thinking.
Now, going back into your other careers, as it were, it was a male-dominated world. Were there any problems there?
Yes and no. Yes, in a point of view when I consider West Germany, because I've been working in East Germany, in East Berlin, and funny enough, we had a separation of 40 years in between when we had the Iron Curtain, and as I started in my managing position, the people or my colleagues from East Berlin didn't have any problems with this. They were used to have women in leading positions, while my colleagues from West Berlin, where we had a branch, considered as being sort of very scaring to them. They couldn't accept a woman in a leading position, and so I experienced both. So, but I think what they have learned is, and what they have experienced is the climate and the atmosphere at working places and working surrounding changes as soon as women come into the court or into the place, and this is what they benefited from, and this is what they expressed to me as well.
So you've said to me in the past that women are their own worst enemy. What did you mean by that? And what do you mean by that?
They are their own worst enemy because they are always many women seek recognition or want acknowledgement. They are not always courageous enough to step out and to show what they actually can show. And some of them are their worst enemies because they say, oh no, whatever I can perform is not enough.
So essentially women should get together in the same way that men band together in the workplace and help each other.
The human beings should help each other, nevertheless, if it's a woman or a man. I mean, they should just respect and accept each other as these people are, with all their education, with all their background, and learn from each other. This sounds very much like a fairy tale, but I think it is the only way how we can improve our life leading together.
Anke Trissler, thank you very much indeed.
In diesem wunderbaren Nähsalon, da braucht man keinen Fachjargon. Ich kann mich kaum im Saume halten beim Wohlgestalten meiner Bügelfalten. Und tut man sich da gut verstehen und möchte man sich wiedersehen, sagt man beim Abschied ganz leise auf Wiedernähen. Und tut man sich da gut verstehen und möchte man sich wiedersehen, sagt man beim Abschied ganz leise auf Wiedernähen.